Good evening, and I welcome you all to the Africa Alta April webinar with Nebil Mohammed. I'm Blessing April, the Africa Alta Professional Development Coordinator. And it's my delight to have you all here today. And once again, we sincerely apologize for the delay experienced in starting. And this webinar is a very spectacular one because it's going to be the last webinar that we're going to be having before we meet ourselves face to face in Kenya for the 10th Africa Elder Conference. And I'm so happy because I know that I'll be meeting you all there. And I hope you are all getting ready. And I'm also very excited about today's topic because it paves a way to a conference that we will be having next month. The title of our webinar today says Fostering Global Citizenship Through English, Practical Classroom Strategies. So I know that we are all ready to listen to this wonderful presentation by Nebil Mohammed, who is here and ready. So we are going to introduce Nabil, and I have a member of the PD team here with me, Letitia Akabutu, to introduce Nabil. Over to you, Letitia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Blessing. Um, Welcome, everyone. My name is Letitia, and I bring you special greetings from Ghana. As Blessing indicated, I'm a member of the PD team for Africa Elta. Here's our presenter for today. Nebil Mohammed is a senior EFL lecturer and ELIC coordinator at Dawa University, Ethiopia. With over 20 years of experience teaching English, he also serves as the president of the Ethiopian English Language Professionals Association, that is the Dawa chapter. His professional focus lies in the effective integration of educational technology into English language classrooms, as well as in the professional development of teachers. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear teachers from all over Africa, our presenter for today, Nebil Mohammed. Over to you, Nebil.
Thank you, Leticia, and good evening, everyone. So she well introduced me, so thank you for that. So my topic today is about fostering global citizenship through English and show you some practical strategies, classroom strategies that any teacher can apply in his or her classroom. And once again, thank you very much, everyone, for having me today. So we will be looking these topics today, this agenda. Like first, we'll look at sharing some perspective on what we think about global citizen. Then I can then show you some common perspectives which relate us to global knowledge or orientation, skill, and action. And we will also talk about ELT. Why do we need to implement global citizenship education in English language teaching? And then we'll also look some practical strategies, how we can actually practically integrate it in our classroom. So these are the main topics that we are going to cover today. Okay, so my first question for you, and please put your comments in the chat. Or who do you picture when you think of the term global citizen? Take a mental picture or photo of them and describe them in the chat. And can Blessing help me reading the comments maybe? who do you think of the term global citizen? Take like a mental photo of that individual, or can be series of individuals, and describe them in the chat. Or you can simply put a name. Oh, okay. So Leticia says a person with tolerance of the views of others. Great. Okay. Okay. Who do you think, like, who's a global citizen for you? Can you think of any person, any individual? Okay. Can I just go ahead and okay, let's continue. Did you think of someone, maybe someone like this, like Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a famous celebrity, campaigning for climate change and speaking at the UN, affecting change, trying to bring people together? Or how about this? Maybe you think about these two successful international business people going to across different cultures comfortably, traveling all over the world, and etc. Or this, do you think about this? Do you think about maybe Malala or Greta or someone in your community that has given their life to a particular cause and championed it and reached a prominence as a result of that? What about this? A teacher and, for example, her students, I think actually, hopefully by the end of this talk, we'll all agree that really the teacher is one of the most pivotal global citizens you can possibly imagine. So, for example, by joining this particular conversation today, you can see already that you are communicating across different cultures and you are looking ahead to the next generation, and you are preparing the next generation for the challenge they will face in the future. And these teachers' actions are every day in the classroom and also outside. So all of those global citizens are perfectly valid, but I think in a particular, the teacher, one of the most inspirational examples of a global citizen you can imagine. So let's think then, instead of, can we find like an agreed definition? The answer, well, there is no one agreed definition. So I'll show you a couple of definitions by different organizations like Oxfam. A global citizen is someone who is aware of and understands the wider world and their place in it. So they take an active role in their community and work with others to make our planet more peaceful, sustainable, and fair. And then you have this UNESCO definition: being a global citizen is a way of understanding, acting, and relating oneself to others and the environment in a space, in time, based on universal values, due respect for diversity and pluralism. So in this context, each individual's life has implication day-to-day decision that connect the globe with the local and vice versa. So we need to figure out how to think of global citizenship education. What you see here is Bloom's taxonomy, which is applied into global citizenship education. So it should have knowledge, it should have attitudes and actions, and it should have a layer of skills wrapped around that. But importantly, as regards to this action, this Paulo Freire Scott is a kind of guides that the perspectives behind this, that education doesn't change the world. Education changes people, and people change the world. So, and with this quote, that every thought-provoking course in mind, the past one. So the purpose, therefore, of this framework is to provide students with knowledge about the world around them and the skills they need to engage with that world and to make actions in that world to address issues they care about. So this will be a framework that guides our discussion, which comes next. But let's look at a bit more detail around this. So if we look at the knowledge, or what you call global orientation, and we will define this as developing in our students a positive, confident view of the world and the citizens' role in it. So, and this breaks down into different number of learning outcomes. For example, we want our students to encounter their responsibility for a positive global outcome. We also want our students to be exposed to multiple global cultures or different ideas of global interdependence. Students must also learn about global institutions like the UN and why they stand and the ideas they stand for, and then make some kind of action. And also students should encounter the concept of both national and global identity. So every student has its own different identity, so they can have their national identity. And also parts of the global community, they have a global identity, and also even their identity as like cultural identity or the things they like and so on. And when you come to the skills, this term, we can think of this really as a global skill, and that's important, that the word global is really important. It includes like 21st century skills, and the forces like communication, cooperation, collaboration, problem solving, creativity, critical thinking, and independent thinking. So these all are the skills that we need our students to develop as a global skill. And the attitudes and the actions, which is a global action. So this is the defining element of global citizenship education. So in this, students, I'll not talk much about this one, but if you take the last one, students are actively encouraged to exercise their responsibility as a global citizen through specific modeling tasks. So these are the three things that guide us: students, skills, knowledge, and also then action. And as a teacher, what is knowledge? What knowledge should we include that our students need to develop? Like, what do my students need to know about the topic? Every teacher should think about that. And also, where shall I get this information? And with regards to skills, how can I help them, or how can I help my students explore their own attitude to a certain subject? And how can I expose them to the attitudes of others? When it comes to action, we need to ask the opportunities that we can give our students for taking action or acting differently or behaving differently if they are motivated to do so. And the whole thing is comes to the last phrase. It's all about making the world better, fairer, and more sustainable. So, sorry. So to the question of why ELT, so English language teaching is a best way to include global citizenship education. Global citizenship education can be applied into different subjects, but English is the best one because, as you know, English is the world's common language. And also, for example, we give students to practice language through contents. So this is rich in developing different contexts based on global citizenship. So content to develop language skill is very fundamental. The other one is the fundamental cross-cultural nature of English. As you know, 75% of English speakers are non-native. So this will give them a chance to communicate through different cultures. So integrating global citizenship education into ALT helps achieve this dual objective. The first one is language development. Students will be able to develop the language skill, the 4 skills and vocabulary and grammar. And also it gives them awareness about international systems or empathy or ethical reasoning. So they will be conscious about what's going around the world. So that's why English is the best method to integrate global citizenship in our teaching. And when we come to some language teaching approach, so this different language teaching approach help us integrate global citizenship education in our classroom. The first one is content and language integrated learning. So as you know, in LIL, students learn content about global topics like environment justice and so on, and while simultaneously develop English skills. The other one is using task-based learning or method. So here students complete some communicative tasks such as researching and presenting, for example, UN Sustainable Development Goals, or using project-based learning. So learners, they collaborate on different projects, long-term or short-term projects related to global issues like organizing a virtual cultural exchange week and so on. We can also apply global citizenship education into English through critical pedagogy, where students are encouraged to question global inequalities and express their views, like through debate, essay writing, and group discussion, and so on. There are also, I can also suggest some practical classroom strategies and activities that teachers can use. For example, debates are the best way to include global topics, like because them should plastic bags be banned worldwide. So through debating, students will develop language skill and also their global awareness or different perspectives. Or projects like poster on peace building or some kind of sustainable lifestyles. Reading comprehension, you can give them, instead of giving them some fictional story about fictional characters or something, students will have also a chance uh, some articles on United Nations or UNICEF or National Geography and so on. And role plays simulating like cultural encounters. So students will play different role as with different cultures. So this will give them a chance to see and conscious about other cultures, writing opinion essays or creating awareness campaigns in English or participating in a model United Nations simulations or writing letters to local leaders or NGOs about global issues and so on. So these are some activities that I can suggest. There are many others. So, but when you talk about like content or something to debate about or to read about or to talk about, we always think about what themes should I include in my teaching related to global citizenship. So I will give you like 2 minutes or 1 minute and share your suggestion topics in the chat box, please. And I apologize for the background noise. So what topics can you suggest or themes? Okay, Letitia says climate change. Good. Another. Okay. Pluralism. Good. Okay. So I can, these are some of the themes that teachers can use in their classroom. Sorry. Examining one's. Okay, sorry. So these are some key global citizenship themes, like examining one's own personal behavior or environments, or making positive choices, global institutions. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I,
Yes.
I apologize for the
Yes, we can hear
background.
you. Please go ahead. No, there is no background noise. You can go ahead. Hello, you are muted, Nebil. Your audio has been fine. We can hear you. And we do not hear
Okay,
any background
I'm
noise.
back.
So please go
You
ahead.
can hear me, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Thank
So, like global institutions or gaining exposure to global cultures to foster tolerance, intercultural understanding, and healthy respect for diversity, or encountering the concept of global interdependency, analyzing power relations. So, all these topics can be used inside our language classroom. So, the ultimate goal is exercising personal responsibility as a global citizen. Okay. So, using these topics, we can help students develop both language and also some other skills. So global citizenship topics, they are not additional as some teachers think, but giving different content and still reach key English language learning objectives like vocabulary, it can be grammar structure or pronunciation or the four scales. And it also gives us a chance to integrate it with different topics. It's complementary with, like, for example, social emotional learning or the 21st century skills or the forces or the digital literacy and so on. And teachers also can ask, like, can I just teach English? So this is also some of the teachers' concern or questions that they raise. Yeah, but we can put global citizenship education in content or context. For example, we give our students to read something. So instead of giving them different other things to read, you can give them like global citizenship topics, themes that we have discussed before as an input. And also they have will use that one in different contexts. So I suggest that it's not something that we do always. It's not all the time job. So, but some of the time, perhaps we can use global citizenship topics in our teaching. Okay, for example, if you look at this slide, topic about the day in the life of, it can be a nurse or a firefighter and so on, you can add many. So you can, for example, give students this example. You can say, you can tell them, like, use these phrases to make sentence about a nurse or a firefighter. So they will have, they will write a sentence in simple present tense. So they can say, for example, he works outside, she works in a hospital, or both enjoy helping people, or both enjoy saving lives and so on. So they will have a chance to see practically the world around them and the jobs or the professions and so on. So here you have both the language teaching objective and also letting students explore what's going on around them. So let me give you some examples. This is for example, if you are teaching at a pre-primary school. So at this stage, we should focus on building some foundations or awareness about global citizenship. So the key GC term you can use is like gain exposure to global cultures in order to foster tolerance or intercultural understanding and healthy respect for diversity. So it is even possible at this level of introducing global citizenship to pre-primary students. So this will give them, this will develop their knowledge, attitude, and skills, and also to take some kind of action. Or if your students are primary students, like here, the main focus should be to develop their understanding or their knowledge about global citizenship. Or, for example, the key theme can be like discover their one's own bias. For example, many of our students think that there are only male football players, but there are many other female football players who are professional and who are known around the world. For example, you can show them this picture. This is Naomi Girma, who is a professional football player in the US. And for secondary and above, here our focus should be to strengthen and extend lifelong learning related to global citizenship. So the key theme can be, which is a bit hard for them for this stage. It is challenging, but it's best to, like, for example, explore the truths related to fair trade or related to the things that we always use, where they come from, like clothing or international trade and so on. So these topics will give them a chance to explore the world. So these are some practical strategies that you can use in English, in your English language classrooms. With that, I have some final thoughts that we can summarize. But before that, I want you to complete this one. So whenever you think about integrating global citizenship in our language teaching, we should start. What do you think the last word? Can you put your answers in the chat box, please? Simple. Okay, a good guess. B. Yes, smart also works. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, start small. So whenever you think about integrating or trying not only global citizenship teams, whenever you want to start a new method or a new thing in your classroom, we need to start small and see how it goes. Then we will scale up and use it like commonly in our classroom. And the second one is be realistic. Good, Margot has got that one. So you need to be realistic. The things that work in your classroom might not work in another classroom, or we need to be realistic on our planning and also in our integrating this global citizenship skills or education in our classroom. And C, keep it accurate, good. That is achievable. So yeah, keep it achievable. So it should be achievable. The objectives and the things that students do and everything should be something achievable. Okay, like in any language learning objectives, and make it memorable. Good. Okay. Sally said memorable or measurable. Good. Meaningful. So measurable, meaningful, and so on. So just like other objectives. So it should be meaningful to our students. It should give them some kind of sense or some kind of motivation. So we make that one when our lessons are meaningful and related to, for example, their life or the life the person they know or something like that. So in that case, they will be interested. And the other one is involve your students in in planning. Very good, Sally. So whenever we think about global citizenship themes, especially if you are using project-based learning, you should plan with your students. The topics and the activities should not overwhelm them. So we need to involve our students in the planning also. Okay, very good. So these are some of the final tools that I have. So as an exit ticket, I ask these 3 questions. Either summarize one thing you want to remember after this session. What's one thing that you remember? Or you can tell me an answer to a question that you didn't know you had before the session. Or you can ask me any question. Thank you. Blessing?
Hi everyone. So we are waiting for your questions. Nebil is here to answer all your questions. Please put your questions in the chat box. You can also raise your hand, and then we want to see your lovely faces. You put on your camera and then you ask your questions. Let me see. Do
I
we
think
have
I
any
can see
questions?
some hands
Do we have
up,
any questions?
Leticia. I can see there are some hands that are up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see any hand up yet.
I can see Greta raise her hand.
No,
Greta?
okay, Cadisoft. Please, can you unmute your microphone? Cadisoft.
May I continue? I am Gereda.
Yes, go on, please.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This is Sophia from Uganda.
Okay, you are
Uh,
welcome.
Thank you for the nice presentation. One of the things that caught my eyes is how I can come up with the integration when I'm dealing with English. And like if I want to promote global citizenship, I can come up with words in form of vocabulary, in form of grammar. That is so interesting. The only question that I have, that I want to know, is the current curriculum or call, which is almost coming like in our country, where the emphasis now is that let us try to teach while looking at the background of the home. We shouldn't hurry knowing of things of outside country. Now, if you find that it is very important for the students to know more about what is happening outside, how are we going to avoid this with the new curriculum, especially of what we are facing? Thank you
Okay,
for the
Nebil.
wonderful presentation.
Yes. Okay. So shall I go? Yeah.
Yes.
So I understand this concern because many teachers are confused with the like covering the curriculum and also thinking about like global. As our participant asked, many curriculums are focused on like if it is in Ugandan culture or some problems there or something to read about Uganda or something. But actually, we are not preparing our students only for Uganda. So, for example, my students, I want to prepare my students for the outside world because, in this day and age, everyone is connected around the world. Something that's happening in Uganda has its effects on Ethiopia. For example, if you look at what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz has affected not only Iran, the US and Israeli war on Iran doesn't only affect like Iran; it affects all the world through trade or through different things, through transport or something. So it's not only enough for our students to know about only their culture or about their country. So while covering the curriculum, you can integrate some topics that they can engage in about global issues. So that will be one way of integrating global citizenship education in our language classroom. It's not always, but you can start small and you can give them some assignment to read and come up with, or you can ask them like to watch a news and come and report about it. So through that, they will know some kind of understanding or knowledge about what's going on around the world. So that will help them develop their global citizenship skill. I don't know if I answer your question. Thank you. Okay, Sigreda?
Yeah, Chigereda, your hand is up. Can you unmute and ask your question? Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Clearly. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I am here to really appreciate Mr. Nebil Mohammed for the wonderful presentation, and I have got a lot of key points from today's presentation, like how to just be a global citizen, as well as how to make our students perfect in the English language regarding the 4 skills, as well as the grammar and vocabulary. And I have seen different strategies that we should use to teach those skills as well as the grammar and vocabulary. Thank you very much for everything that you have already done for us. This is very timely kind of presentation. That's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. Nicely summarized.
Okay.
Thank you, Sigreda.
Yeah. So I want to take some of the comments, and they are all praises for Nebil. Abel Ochika says, amazing presentation. Mahmoud says, great presentation. Chiganesh, I'm sorry, I hope I've gotten your name right. She's saying, what a timely and interesting presentation. Thanks, Nebil. We have Margot saying, thank you for the awesome session. Johannes appreciates you, Nebil, for your great presentation. And Sally says, I learned that being a global citizen is a way of understanding, acting, and relating oneself to others and the environment, space, and in time based on universal values, due respect for diversity and pluralism. And then we also have Jackson also appreciating you. Kadi is also saying that global citizenship in education promotes exposure or networking. And she's just praising you and thanking you for your wonderful presentation. She would replicate this or replicate your ideas in her own classroom. Yeah. So this is all
Thank
we
you.
have from the
Thank you
chat.
so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. So I think Retta has raised his hand. Maybe Retta?
Yes, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly,
Yeah.
Greta, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
All right. First of all, I would like to thank and I would like to give a great appreciation for the spectacular presentation of Mr. Nebil. And he has already gave us a kind of a good insight on how to become a globalized citizen. But the thing and the suggestion that I have is, uh, in fact, our students are very good active in the technological aspects of the world, because for the fact that we are on the 21st century, they are just using those things in a nice way. I appreciate that. But don't you think so that if we give a little bit aware of uh, such kind of things for their parents, for their guardians, because some of the parents or the guardians in nowadays are not allow the students to go forward using such kind of technological things, because they may afraid that they may just use this technology things in another way. So that what if you just give them a kind of a little bit awareness how they are going to use these technological things in a smart way. Maybe Mr. Nabil, if you have something to say on this things on the final aspect, I think
Thank
I
you.
would like to hear that.
Thank you. Thank you, Retta. You raised a good point. Actually, when you talk about global citizenship education, it should be, it's best to be applied as a school-wide project or a school-wide application, not only integrating it with only English, because global citizenship education topics or themes or the different skills that our students need to develop or something, it's all related to different subjects, and it should be something applied in the school as a whole, not only a single English teacher applying it in his or her classroom. So through that, if it is the schools, if the schools took that this initiative and integrating it into different subjects, then that will also give a chance for the school to make a connection with parents and see if there is something missing from the parent side. So that way, that gap will be filled. So that's my answer. So we know, even not only parents, even teachers, many teachers are not ready for applying this kind of methodology or this kind of integrating GCE to English language teaching. So my suggestion is it's better if it is applied as a whole school in a school in every subject and so on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope you have been answered. Yeah, I think we can take one more person. I saw a hand up. This is
Yeah, Modu.
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 Yeah,
Sorry.
Modu AM. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I am Moduso from the Gambia, LTAC.
You're welcome.
The first thing that I have to say is it is a wonderful presentation, and I think it's very inclusive. When we look at the word global, makes it an inclusive. However, sometimes somebody pointed out about the syllabus being somewhere restricted or whatsoever. But it is important, even if you have to teach this global citizenship in a form of an extracurricular activity, like in a form of a debate, like in a form of a symposium, like in a form of a particular event that you might organize or might even invite other schools or, or nearby school or nearby classes. So this is my suggestion. The question though is how effective this teaching of this global citizenship will be because of the cross cultural and then also environmental things. So I thank you very much.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you. So I think is your question, how is it effective? Sorry.
You didn't hear my question. I was just like the effectiveness of this teaching of this global citizenship, judging of the different environment and the cross culture.
Yeah. So yeah, it's if it's well planned, I think it, it it is as simple as like giving students something to read about other cultures in a reading classroom, or it can even it is as simple as giving them, for example, we give students we teach students grammar, and then we give students example sentence. So if we include some kind of global citizenship theme as themes in the sentence, that will give them a chance to develop different skills. For example, if we are teaching them like conditional sentence, if I were that, if I were in this country, I will do this. If I were president, I will do that. So this will give them like help them develop different global citizenship skills, like we have said, critical thinking, cultural awareness, and so on. So they will also have a chance to practice the grammar point also. So it is effective if it's planned well, and it's only we can start as simple as giving them putting some topics in a sentence, and then gradually go to other activities like reading or debating or and project works and so on. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We are so happy that you were able to join us. Thank you. And we are also grateful to Nebil for sharing his ideas with us. I can see a lot of our colleagues are eager to replicate these ideas in their own classrooms. We look forward to seeing you all in Kenya, since this is the last webinar we are going to have before meeting face-to-face in Kenya. We hope to see you all there. Pack your bags, bring your cultural and traditional costumes, and come meet us in Kenya for the international conference. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Have a great night for all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are.
Same to you. Same to you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.